Hi, it's Angela Torres speaking to you from the Bronx. I have my update for this week. And so there's a couple of things going on. First of all, it seems that the Learning Bridges, which offers the free childcare from 3K up to 8th grade, is going to be expanding, and they'll be giving priority to shelters and other high needs students. But the change is that the requirement that you must attend a matched school no longer applies. So kids from multiple schools can be sent to a single Learning Bridges site. So you have to go onto the Board of Ed website to download the application. It only takes like 5 minutes. And the offers will be made on a weekly basis. And they will update the number of seats. And sites will be added over time. So good in a way, because there are more options. But on the other hand, you have kids coming from all different schools, all going to one place. And so the exposure, I think, is a little bit questionable. All right. Second of all, it seems that we all remember when de Blasio had said that 700,000 public school students out of the 1.1 million would be doing the hybrid learning. Well, apparently that's not right, because about only a quarter of New York City students have actually attended in-person class, 25%. So, and here's another thing, which is actually very interesting. 82.9% of in-person learners are attending in person, are actually attending, and 85.5% of the remote learners are attending. So what that means is, since 85.5% is greater than 82.9%, more of the remote learners are actually engaging remotely than the blended learners engaging in person. So that I find to be really, really interesting. Number 3 I wanted to speak about today is the Technology Equity Day of Action that we had in the Bronx, where the Bronx Borough President, Ruben Diaz, yesterday morning issued a press conference asking for devices for all, because we still do not have sufficient devices for all of the students. But beyond that, let's talk about the fact that we don't have sufficient number of hotspots available. And so if the kids don't have internet access, how is it that they are supposed to connect? Libraries are closed, so that's impossible. So they're pushing the envelope and making sure that this issue is elevated, and we need to do the same. Okay, next, the DOE just announced that now, instead of, let's remember, they had said that we were going to have quarterly opportunities to be able to decide whether you were going to move from remote to blended learning, right? If you were blended, you could move to remote at any point in time. Well, that's out the window. Now they're saying that the DOE will only allow one opt-in period to remote students who want to choose blended learning. And this is the opposite of the previous offer. And so the opt-in period is from November 2nd to November 15th, and the families will be informed November 25th. If you opt back in, you will begin on November 30th. So this is quite different from what we were told. And this is actually rocking the worlds of a lot of parents, because I do understand that there's probably a money thing in this, right? Because in order to heat the schools, it costs a lot of money. And right now, if you don't have sufficient number of students that are in the building, then it doesn't justify having such an expenditure, right? And so they want to see exactly who is going to be taking advantage of the blended learning and lock people in. So I think that that's kind of behind what's going on behind the scenes. But that is another thing that is changing right now. So we're going to still keep up to date with everything that is going on. The schools, including my daughter's school, are continuing to have town halls. The PAs and PTAs, parent-teacher associations, are having their elections during this time. And so hopefully that's another opportunity to kind of have a sense of community amongst families, because there's just a disconnect, and we kind of feel a little bit left out of sorts, right? So it allows us to reconnect. So anyhow, there's a lot that I had on my plate today, right? A lot of things to go over, but that's what's going on right now. And I will definitely be keeping you up to date with anything else. As a reminder, I actually am been working on a homework helpers program, and it's been going really well, where we've been pairing tutors with students so that they can not have any regression. And so you will be hearing more about that over time. And so far, so good. Parents are very happy because their kids have someone that is helping them out. So, parents, we just have to plug in, and where we see there's a need, we have to try to see about filling it so that we can help make a better community. Thank you so much, and I will be definitely touching base with you guys again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.